Jerry Mason, Kickin lawyer. So best case I ever did, and the worst case I've ever done. It's really hard, I think, to gauge that, but Josh has asked me to speak on that. So as I think through it, I actually think of a couple of family law cases I did in both cases. And I don't do family law anymore, and again, maybe these are reasons why. So one of the worst cases that I did involved children and some offenses towards children, if you know what I mean. And regardless of the outcome of the case, and in that case I was representing a parent, so it's not like I was the defense attorney. Those are hard cases to deal with. So I won't go into details on the specific one I'm thinking of, but I've done, back when I was doing family law, that would come up several times where I would represent parents or even the children. Sometimes in family law court, I was appointed to the child as the guardian ad litem, and those can be difficult cases. And then if I were to talk about a case that was a positive case, again, now I do criminal defense and there's a lot that I could talk about, but there's one in particular when I was a new lawyer. I was in a female judge's court where male lawyers never won and male defendants or male plaintiffs never won. So this is like a divorce custody court, and it was kind of a standing rule that if you were a male lawyer and or a male client, you just weren't going to win in that court because this female judge was super old school and you weren't going to do well. And I ended up having a case, termination of parental rights case, where I represented the father, and the opposing attorney was a well-known, very talented female lawyer, and I was in that female judge's court. We took it to trial and I won. I ended up winning. I even managed to convince the judge of my interpretation of the way the law should apply, and I won the case for the father and protected his rights, and I think it was good. I don't think this was a father that needed them terminated. He wanted to be a daddy. He didn't know about the child's existence for a long time, is why this has all of a sudden come up. Anyway, but I remember that case made me feel really good. I remember that's one of the first times I was like, man, maybe I could actually do this. Maybe I'm actually a lawyer. And that was some time ago. So anyway, I have so many cases every day. It's hard to pick out specifics. There are always highs and there are always lows, I would say, in any profession that you do, but definitely in being an attorney.